Hey, welcome to your weekly confidence boost. Today I want to talk about something that I know you're going to love. I'm Dr. Aziz, by the way, in case you don't know. Probably know if you're getting these. But I know you're going to love this because this is something that everybody wants more of, which is how to care less about what people think. And this one is money, because this one works. So often what times, we realize we got to do something. We got to, maybe I want to make a change, or I want to speak up, or I want to try something. But man, what are other people going to think? What are my family members going to think? What are people that know me going to think? Man, I don't know. And that can hold us back for weeks, months, or even years. And it can show up in all kinds of ways. What we say, what kinds of hobbies we have, our interests, our career pursuits, how we dress, how we wear our hair, like from the smallest to the biggest. What we eat. Oh my gosh, my family's going to judge me for eating this way, or oh, they're going to judge me for wearing these different clothes, or all this stuff can extremely limit us and just give us a lot of concern. And it can hold us back in even bigger ways in our lives too, right? Like maybe you don't pursue a certain career or vocation that you love because, maybe you don't write that book because what would other people think, right? So let me teach you something that's going to be really powerful to help you shift this. So oftentimes we use the push-through method, which is like, all right, I'm going to try to, after remaining caged for many years, we're like, all right, I'm going to do it. I'm going to push through, and I'm going to... And then there's all this judgment coming our way, either literal, people are saying it, or we imagine it's coming. And it's like this force that's like, get smaller, go down, and we're like, no, I'm going to do it. I don't care what anyone thinks. And you got this whole thing going on. It's a lot of tension, a lot of stress. There's a better way. Here, let me tell you a story about how. So many years ago, I was on a street corner with my friend Dimitri. And Dimitri's an amazing man. I actually just had an opportunity to interview him recently for my podcast. That'll be airing probably in a month or two on Shrink for the Shy Guy. If you're not familiar with that podcast, check it out on iTunes, Shrink for the Shy Guy. It's been going for 5 years now. Amazing show. Amazing reservoir of knowledge for free. If you want to binge on that, go do that. It'll skyrocket your confidence, guaranteed. Anyway, I had an opportunity to interview Dimitri. After many years, we hadn't talked. We kind of moved to different cities. Anyway, I love that man. And one time we were on a street corner together in San Francisco. And I'd been getting into more yoga at that time in my life, and I really loved stretching. Stretching felt good. And we were waiting around for something. I don't remember what. And I wanted to stretch. But we were in a busy street, area in San Francisco. We're outdoors. I think we were waiting on someone to pick us up. And so then I'm like, stretching a little bit, doing some normal stretches that are allowed. And then I kind of bend down towards my toes, but, and he's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm stretching. And he's like, man, if you're going to stretch, just own the stretch. If you're going to do a yoga pose, because I was doing like these semi-yoga poses that look more casual. And he's like, if you're going to do a yoga pose, like own the pose. Let God move through you, and you do it. And with his encouragement, we did this full round of sun salutations there on that street corner in San Francisco. If you're not familiar with sun salutation, you can look it up on YouTube. It's just like you bend down, you do this curl up. You're not just kind of casually, you're fully doing this yoga move, right? And then you're up and then you're down, and it's this big thing. And what was amazing about that is I didn't feel any fear of what other people are going to think. It was so liberating. I thought about it since then. I was like, how did I do that? And what was happening was, in that moment, I was fully connected to, this is the world that I want to live in. It's crazy to live in a world where you can't, stretching and doing something healthy is weird. Meanwhile, down the street, at the bar, at the tables outside on the sidewalk, there's someone there with a cigarette drinking a beer, and everyone's like, that's normal. That guy over there is stretching? What the hell's wrong with him? Right? And I'm like, that's crazy. I want to be in a world where I can do that and it's normal. So how do I create that world? I freaking do it. And now I do stuff like that all the time when my kids are around so they can watch me. So it's like, oh, it's normal. It's normal to do something, stretch on a street corner. It's normal to yell out your incantations about why you're powerful and what you're grateful for in your life while you're taking a cold shower in the morning. Because he sees mom and dad do that. Right? It's normal. That's the world I want to live in. And so when you do that, all of a sudden the judgments, if they are coming your way, they don't stick. You're just like, you think I'm crazy? I think it's crazy to live unhealthy and not be able to stretch. You think it's crazy to wear these kind of clothes? Like, I want to live in a world where anyone can wear whatever they want. You think it's crazy for me to, leave this job and pursue something else that's more exciting to me? Like, I want to live in a world where people have the courage and the boldness to do that. And so I'm creating that world right now. So you're not trying to accommodate other people. You're not trying to be tethered to the herd. You're being a front runner. You're being a pioneer. You're being a leader. And not only does that get you better results in your life, but it actually feels really freaking good and you don't care as much what other people think. So apply that in your life. Let me know how it goes. Come join our Confidence Warriors Facebook group down below and share about your experience. Maybe even post a video of you doing something, being a front runner. I love watching that kind of stuff. All right, until we speak again, we have the courage to be who you are and to know on a deep level that you're awesome. Be well.